My name is Leanna Razor, and the course is Folk Guitar in Culture Across Time. The objectives of the course mainly include learning how to play guitar in different ways. So we learn how to play by chords, we learn how to play by playing melody notes, we learn finger picking, and we also learn strumming accompaniments, and we learn combinations of finger picking and strumming. And then we learn how to do that within different cultural styles so that it's appropriate or correct representation of those different cultures. How we target that is by practicing class and demonstration. We look at web links that demonstrate it. I offer to meet one-on-one, and a lot of students do come and meet one-on-one. And then we have a performance exam type of test that checks those skills. We also play together in class, and we do improvisational things with some of the different diverse styles. So you have the experience of playing with a group, and you can play a solo, and then they play an accompaniment pattern with you. It also includes playing in the correct style of a Middle Eastern type of guitar playing with different patterns used. A tremolo pattern is used at one point, a walk-down pattern at another, a certain strumming accompaniment is used, and a fermato with some silence is used for contrast between loud and soft to create the emotional response. We also, when we do the improvisation, change the rhythmic structure, because within Middle Eastern music, the rhythmic structure is different, and it can alternate with non-metrical sections where it's more improvised, and you don't really know what to expect, but there would be long notes, and then there would be short notes that lead into the long notes. So having the person be able to do that independently would be one way there's a performance exam, and one way that we could practice in class. Another way would be when you play with other people, then you're playing off of them. So it's kind of like a question-answer or a conversational style within the improvisation. They also learn how to take, other objectives are that they learn how to take care of their guitar, they learn how to do care and maintenance, they learn how to tune it using the cross-pitch method. Most people today can just use a tuner, but they do learn how to tune it in different ways. They learn how to read chord notation from a book and melodic notation from a staff, a music staff, but they also learn how to understand tablature notation. So we learn different music reading styles. The course also looks at political and social issues related to the guitar and guitar playing. It looks at that in terms of styles of music, but it also looks at that in terms of some issues that have arisen within the guitar world. So we look at Linda Ronstadt making an all-Spanish album, the Songs of My Father album, and then we also look at some issues related to Paul Simon and Graceland. We look at Orientalism, where people may misrepresent several different cultures or lump them all together and present them as one culture, and it doesn't really correctly represent that culture. We see that in everything from classical music to pop music. So a lot of the people who are now popular on the radio or on their YouTube videos may have an example of Orientalism in them. And then we also look at Native American music and how the guitar is used in different cultures, and sometimes it's used with a band, sometimes it's used more meditatively, and there are some structures within Native American music that should not be replicated apart from their original meaning in the context of that culture. So we look at misrepresentations when people might play those on a concert and not be sensitive to the history and meaning, and might not be respectful in terms of how they present it. The activity you filmed included two examples. One was a Middle Eastern piece of music, so that included the strumming patterns and the finger picking patterns, and also the style with the loud, soft contrast and the fast, slow contrast that build that emotion for the Middle Eastern music. It also has a cultural context in that it's done at a lot of weddings. The second piece that you filmed was an improvisational piece where people played in small groups, and so they took turns to solo with an accompaniment group within a Middle Eastern structural style. What you saw did not yet have the rhythm part integrated, so we were using a tremolo effect. But the next step after what you filmed with that harmonic structure and the different notes that represented that mode instead of the scale, we used a mode from the Middle Eastern modes on each of the 6 strings. The next step that we would do is we would integrate different rhythms and unpredictable rhythm patterns. Again, that slow and then faster notes to decorate the slow, long, held out notes to represent the Middle Eastern culture's music. Them to love guitar, and I want them to want to play guitar, and I want them to appreciate the guitar in different styles, not just one style that they may know and choose to listen to as their favorite type of music, but I would like for them to be able to hear other styles of guitar playing and really have an appreciation for the skill and talent that it takes for that.